Hi everybody, welcome back to Starfield, and in this video I want to do a beginner's introductory guide to the weapons, the different weapon types and the things that they do damage to, because it can be very confusing indeed. So let's jump into our inventories. So go to the bottom right hand corner and select that, and if you go into your weapons category, one of the easiest ways to kind of get your head around it is to sort the weapons by here we go, ammo. So there we go, so sort by ammo. So click in your left stick, and basically we've got a number of different types of weapons. You have your melee weapon like this sword, and then we have I guess you'd call them weapons that fire bullets. So these are ballistic weapons or shotgun shells, that sort of stuff, like this pistol, and like you've got the shotgun as well. Then we have our energy weapons, our laser weapons. So what we have here is we have the Orion and the EM Equinox. And basically the difference with these is that the idea is that lasers or energy weapons do better against shields than the physical projectile weapons do. So if you're coming up against an enemy who's got a shield, you should probably try and use your laser gun against his shield to bring that down, and then swap over to your physical bullet gun to then do him damage. However, anything is better than nothing. So if all you've got is a laser gun, because you know that's all you've got the ammo for, especially early game, you can run out of ammo quite easily, use that. Now in the early game, there's basically two different types of laser guns. You have the normal ones like this Orion, and then you have the EM gun. Now the EM gun, or the electromagnetic laser, this is designed really to go after robots and damage them, but it will disorientate human beings as well, so it could be good for that. But if you are going to be giving one of these guns to your companion, don't give them an EM gun, unless specifically you don't want them to kill humans. Give them something that's going to do some damage, like a ordinary laser gun or something that fires projectiles. Now, as far as damage goes, there's lots of things that can kind of control this. So if we look at, say, this Urban Eagle pistol, we can see that physically it's that the damage is 47. And then if we go down to this drumbeat that fires 11mm ammunition, the damage is only 9. However, the big difference is the fire rate. We have a fire rate of 25 versus a fire rate of 160. So although you may think, oh, the drumbeat, oh, that's really low damage, actually, because it is pumping out so many bullets, it will do an awful lot of damage. Similarly, like this shotgun. So this shotgun has a damage value of 80, but the fire rate is only 6, so, and the range is only 20 as well. So when you're up close, it's going to do enemies a lot of damage as long as you hit them, you know, probably with a couple of shells, or if you get a critical hit, maybe one hit. But if you're further away, you know, the drumbeat, although again it's doing less damage per shot, it's firing out so many bullets that it's going to be taken down. Similarly, like with this laser weapon. It does a damage of 30, the fire rate is 33, the range is 50, so that can be pretty cool. So again, with this Maelstrom, again, this is a ballistic weapon, this fires bullets. Again, the damage is only 23, but the fire rate is 60, semi-automatic, that one. Now, you will have semi-automatic and automatic weapons. If you can tap your mouse button or tap your trigger finger pretty fast, they will fire pretty fast indeed. And like this Grendel as well, here we go. So this is a semi-automatic Grendel, only does 20, but it's fire rate at 60, so that's pretty good. And this Old Earth hunting rifle, this is a really interesting one. This is like a VSS. It's really cool actually. It does 33 damage, uses 939. The fire rate is fairly slow, but look at that range of 100. So it's going to be doing quite a bit of damage at a long range. And don't forget about your cutter as well. This is another energy weapon. Its range is really short, but it does an awful lot of damage up close. In fact, if you're inside a building and you're coming up against robots or tripods and things like that, whip out your cutter, because it's got infinite ammo and it's really good for taking them down very quickly indeed. So there we go. So as you're wandering around and choosing which weapons to swap out to, always keep an eye on what the ammo is, and just bear that in mind. Is it a ballistic weapon or is it an energy weapon? And don't be too fooled by the damage it does per shot, because the fire rate may well make up for that, and also the mods that it has on it could well make up for that as well. And what I like to do, the way I like to think about it is, if we come out of this, so on my select wheel on my D-pad, I like to have one of each type of weapon for each type of ammunition. So we've got our 6.5mm Maelstrom, 12 gauge shotgun, 7.7 Grendel, there's my cutter, there's my Urban Eagle 43, there's my sword for getting in close. Then we've got the EM Equinox for taking out robots or taking out humans non-lethally. We've got our 939 VSS, and then we've got a drumbeat on 11mm. So I've got lots of ammunitions choices as well, lots of range options as well. And then down below, I've got my med pack, my Heart Plus, and my trauma pack. Although, to be honest, if I've got any grenades will be there. So I've got frags that I can quickly throw out and kill people. And if you're not sure how to do that, in terms of what you do is you go to your inventory, go to your weapons, and then choose a weapon, and you'll see it says favourite down the bottom. Why? So you'd hit favourite. So for example, with this Orion, so let's hit favourite there, and I would want that to probably take over from that Equinox there. So I've got a proper laser gun. I can always swap to the other one if I need to. And then when we come out, we can then go, and then we have a rather bougie laser rifle that we can use to take out enemies that way. Okay, so hopefully that has been useful. Hopefully you understand a little bit more about how the weapons work. Remember, hold in X to put your weapon away. And you're more likely to understand and pick up the weapons that you will find useful in this amazing game. If you have found the video useful, hit like. If you want to see more of the same, press subscribe. And I will, of course, see you again soon.